Hey, what's up, friends? This is Dre with Throw So Much Gaming. Just wanted to play a couple decks today and show you guys. Um, I'm really interested in these mono red. I've been playing mono red pretty much since I got back into playing Magic, and it's just so many free wins. I started off playing the deck that was with the it had the rekindling phoenixes, the risk factors, the firebrand, lavamancers, yada yada yada. You guys know the deal. Experimental frenzy, and then recently at the most recent GP, a mono red deck won, but it had some kind of like a hybrid, I would say, of the two of the original decks that were played. You know, one had the phoenixes, and then one was just no phoenix. Instead, you were heavy on like the risk factors and experimental frenzies. So this one kind of brought back, not this deck particular that you're seeing right now. This is actually probably the old one. Let me go to the decks real quick. I don't know what happened there, but we'll just say. So this was kind of like, this was the one with no phoenixes. As you see, they're all on the sideboard. So like, originally, like, you just brought the phoenixes out of the sideboard, make sure you bring in another mountain, and then that was kind of like your plan for some of the bigger decks that you might play against, or some easier ways to like fight control decks, or even some mid-range decks, because these are good blockers because they can block and then you still get them back in the next upkeep. So that was pretty cool. I tinkered with the GP. I played this deck a ton and won a lot of games. But then I started tinkering with the GP deck as of late, and I'm playing the main. The 60 cards in the main are the same. I did some different things in the sideboard, and there's some things I'm trying that I think that might be really good, because I'm finding that a lot of people are playing red or aggro decks, and so you need some ways to fight those aggro decks back. So one of the things right now that I've done is, as you'll see here, this is the GP deck. 4 frenzies, 2 phoenixes, chain whirlers, wizard's lightning. Everything else is about the same as it's always been. The differences you're going to see, or what I've added, is electrostatic fields. I am a big fan of this card. I love it, not just in like the Is It decks, or the blue-red spells deck, or the just any blue-red combinations that's casting a lot of spells is just going to send a lot of cards at your send a lot of 1 point damage at your opponent's dome, along with what the card does. This card is really great into the mono red matchup. So, you know, they go turn 1 firebrand or lavamancer, and then you go turn 1 firebrand or lavamancer, and then they go turn 2, they hit you with something and resolve a runaway steamkin or pyromancer. Now you can resolve your electrostatic field, and then all of a sudden they're gonna have to 2-for-1 that. As you can see, this deck, unless they like, if it's not game 2, well, it should be game 2 if you're bringing in fields. But like, if it's game 2 and they don't, you know, the chance of them actually bringing in lava coils against you is probably slim. They're probably gonna go for more of the plan of, I'm just gonna try to beat you down first, or they might even bring in cannonades, hold a little bit back, and go a little bit bigger. But the truth of the matter is that putting down a turn 2 electrostatic field slows their board down, and your plan still remains the same. All of a sudden, you know, removing creature is still doing a point of damage, but if you just get to the point where you say, or like, let's say you have a fight with fire in hand and the game's getting kind of later, you know, if this card can get you to this type of mana, especially against the mirror matches. And even like the mono green deck that's been played a little bit as of late, and then the mono blue deck as well. The electrostatic field combined with all your spells, eventually you can just start casting things to the face if you have the field out. They can't get it with some sort of like 2-for-1. Maybe they lightning strike it and then firebrand, sack a firebrand to kill it, or they chain whirler into lightning strike, or the lightning strike shock. You know, no matter what, the competition is going to have to do some work to get that off the field. And it serves its purpose as a blocker, an 0/4 body, and your instants still do 1 to the dome. So that is awesome for us. That's exactly what this deck wants to do. The treasure map game, you know, the GP deck plays 3 treasure maps. I am not that big of a fan of the card, but I can certainly see where there could be a time where this card is very, very useful. But I just don't see you. I think you're killing people before you get here. So I went down to 1 treasure map, and this may be wrong, but I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments about how wrong I am. Of course, cannonades are great, especially in the mirror match or in against any aggro deck, and it doesn't kill your electrostatic fields, or by the way too. So that's really nice. Fight with Fire, great card. You guys know what it does when it gets kicked. That's 10 to the dome, most likely. I mean, that's 10 to the dome typically every single time in this deck. Banefire, just an uncounterable if it's over 5. If the game gets late. I'm almost never, I find myself almost never taking Frenzies out. I just feel like they're so damn good. Phoenixes are great. But I find that the core, the 1 and 2 drops, typically get the job done for you. Like, unchecked Firebrand, you know, most people just don't deal with it because it's like it's just 1. The Steam Can, I mean, we have to. This is arguably the best card in the deck. It's either this or Frenzy. These cards are just insane. And I've actually had some I've had some games where I get the Chain Whirl and I'm just like, this is like not that great. Sorry about that. Oh, you guys don't get to see that anyway. Never mind. You just heard it. The Steam Cans, I mean, these can absolutely. There's a reason why it's a runaway Steam Can. This card is awesome. Being able to Frenzy, and have a Steam Can on the board, or using your Steam Kid's mana to cast Frenzy at the end of your turn, pending you have 1 mana open. That also bodes pretty well for you. But that's enough of talking about the deck. I figure you guys probably just want to see some games. So we're going to go right into playing some games. So, alright. Well, let's get some mono red in. So this is the GP deck. I'll put it up on screen for you guys. That's the mono blue deck that I have put together. I've played it. I'm not the best pilot for mono blue aggro, or I don't even know what it is. I mean, it's kind of an aggro deck. It's kind of like this weird tempo deck. This is what we're playing. This is what we're going to be on today. So this is the mono red deck from the GP. I'm pretty much playing the exact same 60. The sideboard is just a touch different, as I've already touched on for you guys. We are, instead of some of the treasure maps, playing pretty much all of this stuff. And we're only playing 1 treasure map and 3 of the electrostatic fields, which are great in the mirror match. And also on MTG Arena, you're getting a lot of like aggressive decks right now, so I think that it works out pretty well. So with that being said, I'm going to take that off, and we're going to go ahead and hop into the game. So I don't claim to be a professional at this game. I just like having fun and just playing the game. So I'm also open to feedback. If you feel like there's a mistake and I made, please feel free to like leave it in the comments, and I'll review and just see what I did wrong, and go from there. But I don't claim to be perfect. not going to make every right decision, but I just like all of you guys, I practice and try to get better. This hand is just okay. But I like the black-green matchups, if this is a black-green matchup. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. I might take the Lightning Strike because it's the only card I can cast. Okay, so this hand went from bad to worse pretty quick. But the good news is for this deck, it can't get very much worse than this. I'm bound to draw 1, 2 drop, or land. So that does not... So I'm not really worried about it. Now the only thing that does suck is that he looks to be on blue-black control of some sort. It might be Esper also, but if he is on just a straight-up blue-black control, then... Of course, the longer this game goes, the worse shape I'm in. But eventually he has to resolve something that does something. And that's going to leave us an option to get him with an experimental frenzy. So, but I need to get his work on his life total because I need to build the board and work on his life total. I drew another Goblin Chain Whirler. You know every other card in my hand. So he takes away the Wizard's Lightning. Okay. So he probably has answers for creatures. But I need to get this Chain Whirler out, like, ASAP. But I'm also not convinced... I'm also convinced he does have, like, a Ritual of Soot in hand. So... It's when you cast a spell. So I'm going to go ahead and just cast a Wizard's Lightning. I'm going to cast it. I guess I could have cast the Chain Whirler too, but I think it's more likely that he has... Okay, so he had a Syncopate, but I was thinking he had like an Essence Scatter, so I didn't want to go just give up the Chain Whirler. And I also didn't want to go Chain Whirler, cast the Chain Whirler, and then instead he just killed the Steamkin. The Steamkin is way more important for me. So we're going to be sacking to do. And then we're going to be discarding a card. And then he's going to put something on the battlefield. I'm just going to get rid of the lightning. Oh, no, I should have got rid of the Wizard's Lightning. I'm stupid. See? Stupid. Make mistakes all the time. I should have got rid of the Wizard's Lightning because... he knew about that already. He didn't know about the Lightning Strike. He didn't have that information. So now I just gave him back perfect information. So he goes for the search. Chooses not to kill our guy, which we appreciate. Let's see if we can get in some beats here. He goes down to 8. I'll see if we can resolve Pyromancer. He still has perfect information. So, okay, he countered that. So he did have an Essence Scatter in hand. Pyromancer? What are you gonna put? What are you putting in your? It's gonna have to be something from my deck. Steamkin, Pyromancer. You probably should have killed the Goblin Chain Whirler. That would have been good for you. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll take 2. He has 2 cards in hand. But now he has the ability to kind of look pretty deep. Okay, so we're not going to make the same mistake again. I'm actually just gonna start building a board here. No, I'm not. I'm going to start building a hand right now. This is good enough. He has to figure out an answer for this and this. Now he knows I have the Wizard's Lightning in my hand. I'm gonna wait until the end of his turn, and then, or end of my turn. He's gonna go for a search, as we expected, and then we'll go to his face. Dispersal. Okay, so he can send this back to our hand, but he's still searching for something. Keep on digging. We just have to keep the pressure on him. Now he still has to deal with this and this, so he has to deal with one or both right now. Now he's in trouble. This deals 1 damage no matter what. 3. If this gets through, he'll be in trouble. Okay. I'm okay with that, so. Let's see if he searches. If he searches at the end of my turn, then we'll see what happens. He activates the search. We go to the dome. Okay. We draw a land. He's dead to both of those. Okay. So he goes with Moment of Craving. He's going to be able to gain 2 life and deal with the Chain Whirler. But eventually he has to play something. Like, you have to just do something. And this is why I've chosen to keep the cards in my hand instead of just running them out there on the board. Also, you don't want to run it into, like, Ritual of Soot, something like that. Okay. So now we're going to go with the other Chain Whirler. See if he has an Essence Scatter. Or if he wants to search. Okay, he does have Essence Scatter, so that's going to take care of his board. And he's going to be in the same exact spot that he was in. So, very cool. Yep. Still facing lethal on the board. Okay, he didn't use the Moment of Craving. Cool. Okay. One, two, three, four. He has 4 mana up. Oh my goodness. The Vraska's Contempt. So this is interesting. So he tapped that, so he can't do anything. So he has a Vraska's Contempt and 2 unknowns. Vraska's Contempt is probably going to get rid of that. He's at 6 life. This puts him down to this attack will put him down to 3 because he's going to get rid of that. And then he's facing 3 on the board. I'm going to do that. Kind of what we expected. This could be bad, but it's still going to get him down to 3. So, we have no cards in hand now, but once again, we have lethal on the board. He has to have a Ritual of Soot to clear our board, which he's probably going to go fetch for now. See if he gets it. He got a Vraska's Contempt again. So, Yeah, fair thing. Now, but now he's lightning bolt. He's dead to lightning bolt or shock, which we just drew. Wait, what? Oh, he gained life from the Yeah, he gained life from that. I forgot. Brutal. All right. Okay, he's at 1. He has to get rid of both creatures on the board and hope we don't draw a burn spell. Okay, so he's part 1 done. And then if he has a counter spell, he wins. If he doesn't, he loses. He has a fetch for it, so he just lost because he can't cast anything. Draw. That's the importance of holding cards up. Alright, so we were able to take that game pretty easily. Now we go for the fun stuff. Banefires are important. Treasure map's actually pretty good too. I like this. I like the Phoenix because it's a 2-for-1. I don't like the Chain Whirlers. Once again, I just don't think that they're that great into this. Well, it's arguable if you want to bring in Electrostatic Field. It just gives so much more value to like the instance you're going to be playing, because now he's going to be since he doesn't have creatures, he's just going to take an additional 1, and right now he's probably bringing in all of his sweepers. So he's got 4 Ritual of Soots in. He's got a bunch of life gain in right now. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to see a Frenzy that game, but it would be nice. So we might just be trying to go for a Banefire here, big Banefire kill. And once again, we did all that on 3 lands. Oh, crap! What did I do? Oh, I don't have enough cards in. Maybe Fight with Fire? Fight with Fire? Playing against Satan. Alright, this is good. This is good. This is good. This works. This is good against a deck like that. But we're gonna need to draw some good stuff. This is not the game where we want to draw lands. We need to draw spells ASAP. So Duress, he's gonna miss. The Duress, he'll just be able to see our hand. So he knows now that the Ritual of Soot is his best plan. And I'm just going to try to force as much in as I can, because I want him to Ritual of Soot on turn 4. I want him to do it because then I want to resolve the Frenzy. We want him to go black, Ritual of Soot right here. He does not have black. That's bad for him. Alright for us. So we just negated that life gain from him. I wanted to play Frenzy there, but I was just too afraid because I think that he has, if he has another black mana, it's pretty bad for us. Oh, so he held on to the ritual set for long enough. Let's see if he has a negate. He doesn't. No negate. Great, okay, sack it. Gone. Hopefully don't get double land here. And me discarding a card doesn't matter, so. Now he just dies his Pyromancer. And that's why this deck is just so good. I mean, this is a control deck, and it's on 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on 6 lands, and Frenzy just beats it. I mean, every time. Good game, buddy. Good game. That's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Feel free to like and subscribe for more videos, updates, and whatnot. Right now, I also stream, but I don't stream as often as I just like to record in my own little studio and just kind of do this kind of like talking. I'm not very good at maintaining chat and playing, but eventually I will start streaming these games. But anyway, if you like it, like, subscribe, and then when I get the stream up, I will leave my the link to my stream in below this video. So appreciate you guys watching, and maybe I'll do another one later. Sweet.